You haven't answered this lady's question. Do you think Britain's overcrowded and there is a strain on public resources and people's quality of life?
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times real-life enemies were forced to be on the same show.
And said, no, I'd ban all jokes about tampons, which would f you up.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at heated moments where adversaries were forced to meet head-to-head on TV. Number 10, Amir Khan and Ian Lee.
We're eating them! Sorry guys, we're eating them.
Only the British could come up with a scandal like Strawberrygate. When appearing on I'm a Celebrity, boxer Khan and broadcaster Ian Lee clashed after eating all of the strawberries that were supposed to be shared among the entire camp. Khan blamed Lee, despite it originally being his idea, and the two fell out big time.
Why did you lie about me behind my back? What was that about,
the strawberries?
Dude?
Yeah.
So naturally, Good Morning Britain chose to bring the duo face-to-face on Breakfast TV sometime after. They shared an awkward hug, but watching back, the insincerity is clear to see. Khan offers something of an apology, but it's little more than that. The tension is undeniable throughout.
I think Ian took a lot of the blame for the strawberries. You know,
Come here,
it's not fair, like, you know that.
You know what?
Number 9, Danny Minogue and Sharon Osbourne. In hindsight, a lot of TV from the 2000s feels pretty mean. And the long-running feud between these two X Factor judges is a pretty good example. Minogue claims that Osbourne took an instant dislike to her, seeing her as an annoying mosquito. Osbourne, meanwhile, has described her co-star as very dark, and has argued that she went out of her way to avoid eye contact backstage. Tensions were further inflamed after Sharon's remarkable appearance on The Graham Norton Show, in which she came for Danny big time.
I feel bad for her because she knows she's there because of her looks, not for her musical contributions to the music industry.
And in the years following, she's made no secret of her dislike for her former co-star. Whatever the beef was, it's pretty hard to ignore. Number 8, Jeremy Clarkson and Joe Brand. When you've got as big of a mouth as Clarkson, it's inevitable you're going to make a few enemies on the way. One of those was comedian Joe Brand, who accused the former Top Gear star of casual racism and misogyny during a BBC think tank, and suggested he could be sacked.
Jeremy was opposite me and said, let's start with you, Joe, how would you improve the BBC? And I said, sack Jeremy Clarkson.
When they were booked to appear on The Graham Norton Show sometime later, things could have gone very badly. They were able to put their differences aside and come together for an amusing breakdown of their beef, in what ended up being a very enjoyable moment of TV.
Are you good? You're good now?
No, we're fine.
Oh, good.
We all love a bit of drama, but sometimes talking things through just hits different. Number 7, Piers Morgan and James O'Brien. Come on, you didn't think we'd go through this list without mentioning Piers, did you? The controversial media personality has clashed on numerous occasions with liberal-leaning LBC broadcaster James O'Brien.
But no, you're talking about an army of wokies, and I can't think of one person who passionately believed it shouldn't happen.
Brexit, gender, Trump, you name it, they disagreed on it. So fireworks were expected when it was announced that Piers was guesting on O'Brien's Full Disclosure podcast. And for sure, the encounter was just as spicy as expected. The pair squared up on virtually every topic under the sun. Meghan Markle, check. Winston Churchill, check. Wokeism, triple check.
So you're happy
for James Bond to be a woman, are you?
Hand on heart, I could not give a fig, mate.
Okay, listen,
if it's a good, do you know what I'd do? I'd go to the cinema and decide whether it was a good film or not.
Hardly a culture war topic of interest is missed in this 20 minutes of debate. This was an encounter that promised much and delivered on it. Number 6, Christopher Eccleston and Russell T Davies. Doctor Who is a beloved British classic, so it's always a shame to hear when things behind the scenes haven't exactly been peaches and cream.
I've come to help. I'm the Doctor. Impossible.
Eccleston, who was first to play the Doctor in the BBC's revived version of the show in 2005, departed after just one series. And he shocked fans when he revealed his reasoning. He called the producer a nightmare to work with and made it clear that his time on the show was not a happy one. He also alleged that the BBC fabricated a quote on his behalf, which was later confirmed to be correct.
Have a good life. Do that for me, Rose. Have a fantastic life.
Russell did not respond to the allegations, but it's evidence that there's still a lot of bad blood there. Number 5, Brian Clough and Don Revie. Nowadays, there's absolutely no chance of getting two superstar football adversaries to sit down for an interview side by side.
That was incredible. What the man said
Okay, well,
was incredible.
let him finish.
But back in 1974, ITV pulled off the astonishing feat of bagging rival managers Brian and Don on the same show. Clough, who had just been sacked as Leeds manager, had to face up to his nemesis, Leeds predecessor Revie. It ended up being one of the most infamous in sporting history.
He says about honesty and things like this. But when you talk about honesty, if honesty is going to destroy the game, then you're in all kinds of trouble. I think you're doing the game a great disservice.
The tension is high throughout, with probing questions rattling both men in a way rarely seen in sports broadcasting. It was even immortalised as part of the Damned United movie, starring Martin Sheen as Clough. Doesn't get more iconic than that.
I believe that it was just a fraction, Don. A fraction. I don't know this because I've not spoken to you, but I believe it was a fraction whether you took the England job or had another shot at the European Cup.
Number 4, Kim Woodburn and Colleen Nolan.
You are such a bunch of cowards. You are such a bunch of cowards.
The How Clean Is Your House star and the Nolan singer clashed when they appeared on Celebrity Big Brother together. Woodburn furiously accused Nolan of ganging up on her with the other contestants in a furious outburst, and tensions only got worse after the airing of the show.
What, you tell us what she did? We couldn't see anything. Look, I don't want to let you down with something you told me, but I'm going to because I have a feeling you're not going to be...
Woodburn was later invited to appear on Loose Women, then presented by Nolan for what was intended to be a reconciliation. But it was anything but. Insults were hurled as Woodburn stormed off in fury, failing to get the closure she believed she had been invited for. Later, she claimed she had been ambushed by the show, likening it to a circus.
You know what you did, and I'm going to tell you something.
I tell you what I did. I didn't tell you how vile you are from day one. That's what I should have done.
You, my dear.
You're a horrible, self-centered...
It's fair to say there's still no love lost. Number 3, Anton Deck and Stephen Mulhern.
I'm sorry, Anton Deck, stay away from the magic.
Unlike many of the previous entries, the relationship between the Geordie duo and the catchphrase host is more frenemies than actual enemies. The ITV favourites have exchanged numerous jokey insults over the years, with Mulhern warning the I'm a Celeb presenters to stay away or he would, quote, smash their faces in.
He's not happy, is he?
So when Anton Deck got their chance to get their own back on their Saturday night takeaway show, they naturally grabbed it with both hands. Going undercover at the pantomime Mulhern was starring in, they wreaked havoc with the show like only they know how. The results royally screw with Mulhern's performance, but it's all taken in the good-natured spirit it was intended in. Number 2, Nigel Farage and Russell Brand.
But the reason I feel worried is because I know a lot of people are frightened in our country. I know a lot of people are feeling afraid.
Equally outspoken and diametrically opposed on the political scale, BBC executives must have been rubbing their hands with glee when they confirmed both Farage and Brand would be appearing on Question Time together. And sure enough, it wasn't long before the fireworks started. A question from the audience asking the panel whether they felt Britain was overcrowded was all it took to open the floodgates.
Where's it going to come from?
It's not overcrowded. It's going to come... Oh, I'm so glad you asked, mate.
The pair unleashed all sorts of insults, shouting and gesturing with venom and passion. Brand perhaps won the night with his pound shop Enoch Powell remark, but both managed to get some serious zingers in. It simply couldn't have gone better for the BBC.
Russell, you've got some voters here, mate. You ought to stand. I mean, these are your voters. They're lovely people, aren't they? They're lovely people.
Truly a slagging match for the ages. Number 1, Piers Morgan and Jeremy Clarkson.
I'm a breakfast TV star, yes.
Daytime.
Backstories don't get beefier than this. Morgan and Clarkson have been squabbling for years, whether they were throwing water over each other on Concorde or having full-on fistfights. And their bitter row found the perfect way to reach a new level. Who wants to be a millionaire? Clarkson, who by now was hosting the show, clearly relishes every second as he grills Morgan in the hot seat.
What's more, I know the answer.
You do?
Yes, but I'm not going to tell you.
Though the atmosphere is tense, it's fair to say there's a good-natured element to the proceedings. Despite their deep-seated differences, there's also common ground. The pair eventually made up in the most British way imaginable. 5 hours of drinking. And if that doesn't give us all hope, I don't know what will.
I'm trying to find a positive spin for you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.